This is Karen with the Kind Garden Stuff. I wanted to do a July garden tour, but first I wanted to show you how hot it's going to be today in Las Vegas. Right now it's a little bit after 8. What is it? Actually, it's only 7:30 in the morning, but as of 8 o'clock, this is the weather. 8 o'clock, 87 degrees. Short wind, small wind, and by 4 or 5 o'clock, it's supposed to hit 107 today. So that's why I'm doing my videoing right now and before I water. So let's take you out there right now. Okay, here's a view of the raised garden. As you know, I almost have a black thumb, but this year it seems to be doing well. I've got green onions growing. They used to have little seeds up at the top here, but I just took them off. And I've got, I'm not sure if this is Swiss chard or Bok Choy. I'm not sure. Anyway, this year I just planted a bunch of seeds and just saw what grew up. And a few of the things grew up. I didn't throw a bunch of seeds, just a few seeds. Okay, more green onions. These were bought from the grocery store. I don't know if you remember, but last time in that spot right there, I had a pumpkin, which was really more of a gourd. One of the viewers said, yeah, they're not like real pumpkins, they're like gourds, so when they dry out, they leave their skin, which is what that is. And just yesterday I just pounded it, not pounded it, but just broke it up. So there's some of the seeds. I don't know if you could see some of the seeds right there. Anyway, so that plant right there is a random plant that was in one of my bins. I'm thinking it's pumpkin. I'm not quite sure. And so there's a few of them growing here. This is Bok Choy. This plant here is Bok Choy. This plant here, I believe, is chard. It's growing different. Going to seed, hopefully. More chard or bok choy. Can't see which. I think this one is bok choy. And more of the chard. As you can see, I took off all the large leaves, left this stem that is having flowers on it. Can't see if they're going to have any seeds or whatnot. Just let them grow down into this is not like a real garden, I consider a real garden, but my test garden. This is another squash plant, I think. No flowers, or there's flowers, but no plants yet. Just flowers. I don't even know what kind of plant this is. And then surrounding it, this is a lantana, and there's a bunch of Plumeria. My daughter-in-law gave me a dragon fruit plant that was too big, so we had to cut some of the growth off and put 2 of them, gave one away and put 2 of them in another container, which you'll see shortly. But this is more Plumeria, which did flower. They're red. I don't know if you can see the red. This is tuberose. It was potato. The winds have been so fierce here, just, I don't know, just dries everything out, especially the leaves. The bottom part is fine, nice and green. I mean, nice and moist. This is a kale. I took all the leaves off. It was just infestated with aphids or whatever. So I just cut it way back, and now it's starting to grow back. Let's see if I see any aphids or anything here. Nope, nothing. So it's coming back. More plumeria. Plumeria. Here's part of the plumeria. See how it got all dried out? It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be more red like that. Plumeria start. We're trying to start it. I don't know if it'll come back or not. We'll see. This is the dragon fruit cuttings that I mentioned. We didn't dry them beforehand, before planting it. Just stuck it in the ground, so we'll see if they'll take or not. More green onions. I've had these green onions, and now they're starting to die off. I've had these green onions for, oh my gosh, years and years. Maybe 4 or 5 years, and now they're just starting to die. I keep cutting it, and this is a dead Plumeria plant, but this is a tomatillo plant right there. It's a random growth. Didn't plant it. Alright, this is my front walkway. Has a skylight up here. Very little sun comes through, but I've been having to put the avocado plant in there for the most part because we've been having some very gusty days here, up to 45 to 50 mile an hour winds, and this is what has happened. All the leaves are wind blown. Plus, when we had it on the side of the house, this plant on the side of the house, cutter bees were taking all the leaves. So anyway, it's moist down there, but what we've been doing lately is just bringing it out here for morning sun, taking it back into the walkway there to protect it from any wind that might come up. There's a small growth coming back here up at the tips, so we want to preserve those, not have the wind take it. We're supposed to have more gusty winds later on this week. So that's what happened to all the leaves, and why they look like withered. It's not because of needing water, because it doesn't need water. It's because of the hot, dry wind. Hopefully this plant will survive a year. Oh, before I go, what I wanted to add about the garden is the shade cloth that my husband built for the garden area, and that has really helped save the plants so they're not out in the hot 100 plus degree wind. Well, I mean 100 plus degree weather all day and night. So they get some sun on the morning and some sun in the evening, late afternoon, but during the day, as you can see here, I think right now is maybe 12:30. You can see how the whole thing is covered, and it is windy here, so, but it's a dry wind. But anyway, they're doing well, and the shade cloth really helped, as well as having oyas in the bedding, the garden bed itself. I have like 7 oyas, and they need to be refilled like every other day. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. And thank you for coming on this journey with me.